Raven Designs, and I just wanted to do a brief flip through, kind of show and tell of some of the classes that I've taken from Mindy Lacefield from, I guess since about May. I signed up for a couple of her classes that were on sale, and within 2 weeks I was so intrigued by her lessons and her way of teaching that I signed up for her Patreon. And let me just tell you that you seriously need to be a Patreon of Mindy. You get so many lessons every month, just fabulous, fun lessons. She also provides discounts on her upcoming classes as well as in her store. But the thing I like most about Mindy's classes, and I am the art class queen. I can't even tell you. I've got lessons I still haven't even started yet from other people, but I have more fun because it's playing like a child. It's just being free and learning fun techniques with all kinds of different mixed media products. So anyway, I don't want to take too long. So I've got this first, one of the classes that I took with Mindy is this Mystic Unicorn School. And this is a Strathmore journal. I got it on Amazon, and it's heavy duty watercolor paper. So, and we decorated the cover, and I'm just going to kind of go briefly through some of it. Some of it is from lessons from Mindy, and some are kind of inspired from her class, and then I went in my own direction, which is really the object of taking classes, is getting to do your own style and just learning what you can from a teacher and then expanding on that. So this is the cover of my little Mystic Unicorn School. And then this first page, I kind of messed up, but I used one of her postcards that she sent me for joining the class. So I just used her art on my page. The next page is, this was a lesson of hers in the class. It may have been a Zoom class, I can't remember. And then this was just one. I think I got inspired on Pinterest and just did that sketch of my own. I don't know if you can tell, it's got kind of sparkly, glittery hydrocolor sparkle paints on it. Another lesson she did was a Care Bear. Hers was different, so I kind of chose a different bear, but used the same techniques and did my little Care Bear. This one was completely one on my own. It needs something. It's been sitting here for months, and I'm trying to figure out what else I need to add to the picture, but I just had fun with that. Really bright. And these are with Turner Acryl Gouache, which Mindy's gotten me hooked on. And I just love how vibrant they are and how they're kind of matte and opaque, so you can really do a lot layer and layer on top with these. That's just a sketch that my son asked me to do of his cat. This again was one of the lessons from the class in gouache. And here's another little, I think maybe it was gouache, but I used some color pencils with it, and I got that one, I think, off Pinterest. This was a Zoom lesson that we did. It was a lot of fun, using those little Momiji dolls as a kind of as a model. And then I actually own a Momiji doll, so I painted my own little, her name is Rebel. It's the only doll I own right now, which I would love to have more. They're so fun and cute. Love this. This was one of Mindy's Patreon lessons done in gouache, and you can see it's got lace and cute little retro 70s elements. This is one that I did just off of a Japanese, one of those little toys. I don't know, not a Momiji, but another brand. But I love this retro look. They were some playing cards that Mindy had found online as an inspiration. This, I don't know, I think I sort of got inspired from different things on Pinterest and made a unicat. This was another Mindy, I think this was another Patreon lesson. Again, using some retro 70s inspired playing cards. And then this was my take on a retro 70s greeting card that I saw on Pinterest, and did this with mostly watercolor and some Prismacolor pencils. And then here's another one that I did in acrylic gouache of a retro greeting card. I just thought she was so sunny and cute. Kind of reminds me of my childhood. We actually used to get greeting cards that looked just like this on our birthdays. This was from the unicorn class again, of the little unicorn treats. And that one's mostly in gouache. And some scribbling. And then another one of her classes is a Stay Curious, where you kind of look at different pictures and just start sketching different elements that you see that are coming to your head. Just whatever pops in your head. Go to Pinterest, find little elements that interest you, and just start creating almost like collaged pages, just to get your creative juices flowing and get inspired to keep just that. You can just say, oh, I might want to use this cat in one of my paintings, or this little girl, or the pie. It's just like a reference page. This one was a Patreon lesson of Mindy's, and then this one was the newest Christmas class. Now I've completely forgotten the Holiday Flair class. A lot of our classes that I've taken are kind of inspired by Mary Blair. One of them was another Flair class with we're using inspiration from Mary Blair, who was a Disney concept artist. So here is kind of using the Stay Curious class plus some of the Mary Blair type of design with patterns. And there again, this is gouache. It's mixed in with some color pencils and some Tombow markers. And this little guy is one that I created. I love fruitcake, so I know I'm weird. And then this one was definitely one of Mindy's lessons. And here again, Mindy lessons with the Holiday Flair. Love, love, love this little Mickey Mouse hot chocolate. And I kind of was inspired by Mindy's, but then I added some of my own elements. But it was so cute. This one's one of my own that I came up with just sitting in front of the television. This is one that I sketched out from the class. I haven't finished yet. Here again, a Patreon lesson. This was one of Mindy's using a scruffy brush, just painting quickly with some gouache. And then I did this one on my own. I need to fix her hair. Let's see. And then here are, I believe these were on our Patreon and the Holiday Flair. She was teaching some methods using the watercolor snowman, and then here again using the sparkly hydrocolor watercolors to blend in. I think that's all I have in this book. And then just quickly I'll show you some. There was a little spooky Halloween class that we did. This was one of them. Then we made little notebooks. And this, I decided to do a little creepy Minnie Mouse. I call her Minnie Penny because she's like a little voodoo doll. She got pins in her. And just some quick sketching. Here again, it was just kind of sketch and play. This was kind of one of her lessons. I think I went in my own direction a little bit. I did that one for sure on my own gizmo. Then these little creepy kids, creepster kids that Mindy came up with. I thought they were so cute. And I think there was another one. Oh yeah, this was on a separate page. This was a mixed media on Bristol paper. of a creepster little bat. I came up with this guy based on what I learned from that lesson. Kind of did my little mad scientist. There again, this was one of our lessons. So I have tons more that I can't even locate right now that from the Patreon classes. Let's see, did a cute canvas. May have been a Patreon lesson. Now I can't remember. Little minis macaroons. I did this one, I think yesterday, with alcohol markers. This was a Patreon lesson of Mindy's. She did hers in, I think, watercolor, but I decided to use my markers. Another one of the lessons with alcohol markers. I love this. One of her Patreon classes. And that's the thing about Patreon is once you are a member, you can go back to all the archives as far back as they go and paint. And this was one she had done before I even joined, but I was able to go back and do my own little version of me going to Hogwarts. And there's another kind of based on one of Mindy's classes, painting the Momiji dolls. She did a different one than I did, but I still used the same techniques that I learned. And I think here's another canvas from the Unicorn School. So definitely, oh, and then I just, from the holiday flair class, she was teaching how to do the cute little snowmen. So I decided to make ornaments for my co-workers. So I've been working on these today to give as presents to my co-workers this week. So they're still, I've got to spray them. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this. And if you get a chance, I'll have the links down below. And just check out Mindy, check out Patreon. It's a great way to support your favorite artists. And enjoy. Hope to see you in class, and have a Merry Christmas. Bye.